It's dishes like this that bring the entire family together. Let's begin prepping for our kusa. I'm going to begin with our bone broth. But with this bone broth, because my family loves to eat the meat off the bones, I'm going in with some lamb ribs. Just simply add salt, some veggies, bay leaves, and then place that on the fire. Let that boil for about an hour or two. The longer, the better. Now I'm prepping the rice. I mixed two different rices, both calrose rice and parboiled basmati. I'm washing and soaking it well. If you don't wash your rice, then you're susceptible, or you're making your family susceptible to arsenic, which is the chemical they add to your rice to keep it from getting bugs during growth. Now, prepping our kusa, you're just going to trim off all the bad parts, the bottom and the top. Now, I have tools, my dears. I hope you enjoy these tools, and I hope you get to enjoy these hacks because it makes making kusa so much easier. This is my apple core, and you can see that with this alone, it is saving me and you from carpal tunnel. And even when they're shorter, there are techniques that I find that help me get to the core. And no, I'm not done coring, by the way, because I have another tool that's going to help me dig out the rest. That's not enough. By the way, you can use those innards for eggs and kusa, or I know some people who turn it into like a baba ganoush. They roast it. Sounds great, doesn't it? I've got to try it one day. Today's the day. Here's what I have now. This is a tool that is called a zucchini core. Where did it come from? Well, I actually sell these, and it makes doing kusa so much easier. I feel like the dentist. Anyways, you go in, the machine turns on, and it spins the tip like your husband's drill. And I've seen people use the drill. You guys, I've done it. It doesn't work. It's impractical. But this machine is phenomenal. Life-changing. By the way, kind of came over, brought her kusa. It was a disaster. Let's go with making the stuffing. Now, I wrote everything down below, so we'll work on it. Let me just say this. Ghee makes everything better. It's clarified butter or semne. We're using coarse ground beef, which is called hashwe. If you can't get hashwe from your normal everyday American grocery store, just tell your butcher, listen, I need you to make me ground beef, but I don't want it hamburger style. I want it through the machine one time. You're gonna wash your kusa, of course. I like to wash my kusa the night before and flip them upside down. This will help prevent your kusa from being bitter, because sometimes I purchase it and it's bitter. Sometimes. It's been a while since I've had that problem. I usually do my kusa the night before, like I said, and then I stuff them the next day. When you stuff your kusa, don't pack it down. Don't overstuff it. Once you feel that the tip of your finger has pushed it down just slightly, you're ready to go. Now, when placing your kusa into the pot, you want to tip your kusas slightly up. It looks like one of those kusas I forgot to fill. I wouldn't know because there were over 90 kusa and I wasn't the one that got it. Once you fill your pot, press it down with the microwave bowl. That's what I do. It's my hack. Add some tomatoes and lots of water. Now, you don't need to add enough water to cover the kusa, but this is your choice. You could see I overfilled my pot. Bring that to a boil. As it pushes down, they will all be submerged. Once it comes to a boil, reduce the heat, simmer, remove that plate, and then allow it to steam. And when they're ready, you're going to know because they're going to be tender, super juicy, and amazing. By the way, I made mine with just some arugula that I topped off with a little bit of lemon and olive oil and salt. No, bismillah. Oh, that was hot.